Derek Stingley is primed for a breakout season this year. Hey guys, it's Anish and joined with Jacob, and today we're going to be talking about Derek Stingley Jr. So, as y'all know, the NFL draft happened recently, and as we're all super excited about CJ Stroud and Will Anderson, I think we're forgetting about last year's draft class, and most importantly, Derek Stingley Jr., the third pick overall. And everyone is hoping that he's going to have a breakout season this year. And there's a lot of things that the Texans did this offseason that will definitely help with that. First, signing D'Amico Ryans as their head coach, that's going to do wonders for him. Getting some help in the safety room with signing Jimmy Ward. And he's just putting a lot of work in the weight room. As you can see, just noticeable improvement in fluidity. I know everyone's super excited for Derek Stingley Jr., and I guess people are hoping that he's going to do well because everyone just seems to compare him to Sauce, who was picked right after them. So they're naturally going to be compared to for the rest of their careers. And Sauce already in his first year Defensive Rookie of the Year and first team All Pro. But I think Derek Stingley is going to be of that similar caliber with D'Amico's system. But Jacob, what did you see from Stingley this past season, and what did you like from him?
I thought as the season progressed, he got more comfortable. Just overall, I thought he struggled in that Denver game against Sutton, like a bigger receiver, and so I'm very glad to see him bulk up and just get bigger. But I thought as the season went along, he did better sticking with routes and just when they did play man coverage, he usually played it pretty well. A lot of his PFF grades and the yards that he gave up were not really his fault. It was just bad zone coverage by the linebackers and such. But I mean, what they should play in a more Stingley friendly system this year with more cover three and just more man and not as much cover two, which will be huge for his progression. And he just looks like he's just ready to go for the season already. So it should be very exciting. I think last year for him was not a terrible year. I think he played pretty decent for a rookie cornerback, and especially in a system that he really never played before.
Yeah, and about Cortland Sutton, I think it was interesting to see that one play he got kind of mossed on by Sutton, but then the next play he had like a pass breakup on him. So it was really cool to see him like adjust it in real time, like how to adapt to dealing with the bigger wide receiver. And I think it's and then Stingley's still very young, he's only 21 years old, and it's only year two for him. So the cornerback is one of the hardest positions to learn. And just with this really friendly system with D'Amico Ryans, I think that's going to do wonders for him. And I just want to play this clip from Jimmy Ward. It got me really hyped.
Oh man, he's good. I seen how he moves around, man, dude, and he's like 6'1", 6 feet, but he moves like he's like 5'8", 5'9". Like, dude's a stud. He's gonna be a stud, and then like his confidence is already there because when you play in the SEC, the level doesn't just jump up too much because a lot of guys that he locked down when he was at LSU are in the league. How many? What? Didn't they just break a record of the SEC guys that was just drafted this year or something like that? Back to back years. Okay, well, this guy Stingley covered majority of the top wide receivers coming out or tight ends. Like he did this already, and that's the reason why his confidence is so high. So it's gonna keep clicking for him, and the game gonna slow down, and sooner or later, I'm not looking at his side. I'm finna go and steal some on the other side. Like, man, he finna catch the ball on Stingley.
And Jacob, what are your expectations for him this season, I guess?
I mean, I'm expecting good cornerback one play from him this year. I think he's going to progress very well. And I think he needs to be the best player in the secondary. And that is maybe high expectations because Jalen Peter and Jimmy Ward are in that secondary, who are both really good safeties. But at the end of the day, your secondary isn't going to be made off your safeties. I mean, we've seen the Texans before have really good safety duos with bad corners, and it really doesn't matter. You have to have good cornerbacks in the NFL, and I think they're going to have a very good cornerback room. It all depends on how Stingley plays, and I'm expecting him to be maybe look like top 10, top 15 cornerback. I mean, I really do think he can be that in a good system, and I would like to see him maybe once he gets more comfortable. I'd like to see him make some more plays, and I think he'll be targeted more when he's not sitting in the flat style game. So I think it'll be interesting. I think we'll get some more picks this year and just more PBUs in general, and I think it'll be exciting for everyone.
And I'm really excited for the matchups he'll face this year. Obviously, our schedule isn't as tough, I guess, but it's still decently challenging. I mean, you have maybe week 1 against the Ravens, he goes against OBJ. I mean, they might put him in the slot or whatnot, but I mean, he's their best wide receiver in their room. And then you have the Bengals in November. So maybe he goes against Jamar Chase. And we all saw in the SEC, I guess that one practice clip where he locks up Jamar Chase, I guess, like going step for step for him. And so I'm really excited to see that matchup for sure. And hopefully Stingley is also conditioning his body to stay healthy for the whole duration of the season. Any other matchups that excite you in our schedule?
Well, week 1, there's OBJ and Zay Flowers, which will be exciting. Preseason, if you want to say that, you got Tyreek and Waddle, which will be interesting, obviously. I mean, those are 2 pretty solid receivers, and neither of them are like amazing, but Drake London will be kind of interesting. You get 2 second-year guys. He has Mike Evans, that'll be a good test for another bigger receiver to see how he handles it.
For sure. And in the Saints, he might go against Michael Thomas, maybe. I mean, wouldn't he be back for that?
Yeah, that is possible. I don't know if Michael Thomas will be on the roster, but it'll be interesting. And then you have Amari Cooper as well. So Denver, he could go against Sutton again, but there's also a chance that Sutton is traded by that point. So you really don't know. I mean, and wherever Hopkins ends up, he could end up on one of these teams. It doesn't seem like it, but maybe he ends up in Cleveland, so there's another matchup for him. So there's some good matchups, and Garrett Wilson too will be a good one.
D'Amico Ryans is going to have some joint practices, so we'll have some training clips of Stingley hopefully locking up Waddle or something, or Tyreek Hill going step. So I think that'll be really cool to see that. And I think that's pretty much it for the video. Let us know what you guys think of Derek Stingley Jr. Hopefully a huge year. Let us know in the comment section below, and as always, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. Thank you all for watching. Peace.